Okay, let's sync up. Let's cross the right leg over. Right arm underneath left armpit, left arm on top, head to the left, body to the right, and breathe in. Wow. Calm.
Right?
You're right. This is, first of all, I gotta say, this is the new shirt. Everybody's gonna love this. Everybody's gonna want this. Thank you.
Awesome, yay.
Yeah, these are incredible. They're like organic cotton, so soft.
Yeah.
So the reason why you're doing this, first of all, is not what we're doing together, but this is your business. So for the world out there who doesn't know Rohini, and starting to know Rohini, tell me a little bit about you. I mean, you're from the fashion business originally, but give me a little bit of background.
Well, after college, I graduated when I was like 21 years old, 20. I was 20. And I studied accounting and finance and and became an auditor at PwC for a month. I lasted a month. And that's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to live and fulfill my dream of bringing brands to Dubai. There weren't that many brands in Dubai at that time. Dubai was sort of maturing. Like you can't even imagine that right now. But yeah, we did live in a desert where I lived on a road, on Sheikh Zayed Road, where there are a million buildings right now, and with all these skyscraper towers and stuff. But there was one tower at the time, that's where I lived and was brought up. And and there were not that many brands, and I wanted to bring brands to Dubai. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of Emirati friends, and they love brands from India. So the first brand that I brought to Dubai was from India, and actually the first couture house from a designer called JJ Valaya, and that was the first of its kind, and that's where it started. Yeah.
So you've been in the fashion industry, bringing brands to Dubai for a long time. That's also your family background too, to some degree, right?
Oh no, not actually. So my dad's been in the marine business, so it's very different.
Oh, very different.
I went and sort of rebelled and kind of did my own thing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and started something completely new and learned along the way. Yeah.
So in addition to that, you've also your YPO.
Yeah.
And so you're building businesses, you're building community around businesses and culture.
Yeah.
And then you started getting into biohacking.
Yes.
But how did you make that transition into that?
I think so I've always been a bit of a health freak from the beginning, like even when I was a little girl. I was always into that, but I think that what really triggered it for me is when my grandmom got Alzheimer's. That's when I started doing a lot of research into neuroscience. I started attending. I started attending different biohacking conferences, and just loved that world. I felt like I was an adult in Disneyland, where, like everything there was just something I had to collect and sort of keep at home. And slowly, I started collecting all these different tools for the house, just for our family to use. And and then I got into this space, and I saw the results as well. So I just sort of got into it more and more and more.
So basically, from what I know about you, you just bought everything and every biohacking.
Everything. Like everything. It's in the house.
And then when we met is because I came out to speak at your event.
Yeah.
And your event was so well run. It brought all of the coolest and latest biohacking technology in, but it was really focused around servicing the public, being accessible, which is very, very different. It wasn't super expensive.
No.
It was about bringing products and services and things that people need to the masses of people.
Yeah. No, I had people come and hug me. I don't know them, but they came and hugged me and said, "Thank you for making this accessible to us." And that for me was everything. I was like, I want to keep doing this. I'm going to keep it at that level. And why does it have to be expensive? And it doesn't have to be. I even had all the vendors there were people that I'm connected to somehow. And I asked them to sort of have special deals and special offers for everyone there. So it was, so I think that's part of the success of that event. And now, we're going to be doing a lot of things together.
You're doing a lot of things together. And from a outside perspective, some of the bigger brands that you brought to market, people would know?
Sorry?
Some of the bigger brands that you brought to market that people would know?
So the thing, it's such a small industry right now, and it's sort of starting in Dubai, but we were one of the first to launch them. They're not brands that people know here.
Right.
So it was really about educating everyone, educating the community about the brands. They weren't brands here. So, so that, I think that was part of what I wanted to do is to create that awareness as well, that there is this side of medicine that's not really traditional medicine, but there is alternate therapy that works.
So you've been researching yourself, you've been diving in, and then you've been bringing stuff that's not even well known here. So it's not always about, and by the way, it's usually not the ones that have the money. It's all the smaller brands that really are making the difference in the impact. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what your event was really about.
Yeah, it was just about having products there that are personally vetted. So I've tried every single thing there, and because I know that they work, they were there. I had a lot of other people approach me to have a space there or a table there or whatever, but we didn't take them because I wanted to keep it limited and highly curated so that people trust me. I don't want to lose that trust. I wanted them to come in and be able to pick up whatever they want, even toothpaste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was that's part of what I wanted to do.
So and why did you pick the name Peak Longevity?
So I was given by the team a lot of different names. Like one was Peak Health Summit, and I felt like that sounded too formal. Then there was a Peak. I was like, what about Peak Longevity Summit? But then Summit again sounds very formal. And then we were like, what about Peak Longevity Fest? That's literally how it came up.
Right.
I wanted to have it and keep it fun.
Yeah.
Like, why does health or wellness have to be serious? I wanted it to be fun. And that's why you must have noticed, like, even the decor in that space was it was fun. Like, that was my fashion element there. I hired, like, the best decor company to come in and make it fun and have this big banyan tree there and just sort of make it really cool. And that was the idea behind Fest.
So what, now when we met, instantaneously I knew that something was going to happen. I just didn't know what. So I came out here. That was probably one of my roughest experiences ever coming.
I know.
My throat closed. I could barely speak. I barely got into the conference. I barely spoke, and then I was off, and I was down for 5 of the 7 days I was here.
Yep.
But I had a chance to get to know you, to meet your family, to work with you and your family and your friends and stuff like that. And I just knew that there was some magic behind you, and I wasn't sure what it was. And as we've gotten to know each other, and I decided to come back, you've completely lit up Human Garage in this area.
Yay.
I know that we have a name, but everybody, all roads in Dubai seem to lead back to you somehow.
Yeah,
How
I
is
know.
that?
That's really funny. I know. That is really funny. But I want to say that also, I've been in this business forever. And I also want to say that I think it's also our connection. Because with you guys, it's just been easy as well. It's not like, all I've had to do is receive phone calls. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't hard to get there. It's not like I was chasing anything. I think it's Human Garage that we were maybe in Dubai, we were waiting for this to happen, and it's ready. And I've never seen this before, where I've had these opportunities from royals and from very important people. I've had ministers calling me. Like my phone, I still have people to respond to for appointments with you. So it's been really magical for me as well.
Yeah, we've had this unreal, almost nonstop. Like the way I describe it when people say, "How's Dubai?" and I say, it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose. It's like tearing my cheeks out at moments because there has been so many people that have wanted it since we've been here. We've only been here 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden, people are finding you.
Yeah, from everywhere.
From everywhere.
Like I don't even know how they get my number. But then these people would get my number. They can. They have access to everything.
Right. Yeah, like the royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was interesting was the first one was, hi, my name is such and such, Sheikh, whatever, and or assistant, and we'd like you here at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, on the day. It was like 5 o'clock in the evening, and I was driving to pick you up to go to my parents' house to meet someone else. And they were like, can you be here at 8? And I was like, I don't think we can be there at 8, but yeah, we'll be there by 9. That's like really special. That isn't normal. It does not happen here that often. Like I've never seen it. So this is going to be something really cool.
You feel that people here in Dubai or the Middle East and India are ready for this movement?
100%. I've had calls from India as well, and they're like, we want Human Garage there. Mm-hmm. Celebrities want to fly down to see you. Mm-hmm. So it's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's really nice because I can say the difference here is people in America, I think, are just stunned. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, there's a little bit of shell shock of everything that's gone on. And people over here are just ready to make things happen. They're hungry. They want to make things happen. They're open. They're excited. They may not understand it yet, but they're certainly willing to listen.
And they're open, right?
Yeah.
I also think it's the mission plays a big part because it's about self-healing. It's about learning to self-heal. And I think that's a big part of this as well, where people feel when you say that you don't have, like, I can teach you to heal, I think that's where the magic really lies.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So we have coming up, we have been with the ministers of tourism on both sides, both Abu Dhabi and also in Dubai. So some of the things that we've been talking about, we're planning. I want to talk about that. Human Garage display home. So taking peak longevity, the idea of that, and bringing everybody into one place that's accessible, coming together to put one place that's accessible where it's all in the environment where it lands, like a living environment, a home where people can go and actually discover all the technologies, ask about them, touch them, feel them, see them in use in the place, including things like cleaning products and everything that makes a house work. Yeah. And this is something that we're going to do together.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it.
It's going to be amazing.
We started that. When we had the clinic in Los Angeles, we started the Conscious Clubhouse. So when the clinic was done at nighttime, in the afternoon, it would turn into the Conscious Clubhouse where people would come in. There would be events and things that people could interact with. And so it's similar to that. It's a theme that we want to bring on from the original. But here we can bring kids through in schools. We can show them, here's how the science really works, and here's how it affects your body. We can bring doctors and practitioners through, and we can bring wellness coaches and also government officials through, building contractors, and say, here are some things that you can do to make your lives better, make the lives of the people better.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great idea. I think people are really eager to learn and how to adjust their lifestyles, and I think it starts from home. If we can even have sort of display EMF blockers to, like you said, the sheets that are used in the beds and mattresses and everything, air purifiers. Yeah. I think it's an answer for a lot of people. I think that would help a lot of people.
So why are you so interested in this? Like outside of it, I mean, I have an obsession to do this, but it seems like you've jumped onto this obsession as well.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
I think it's my way of giving back. I think that biohacking longevity for me, when it started, was really about just raising the awareness. And I see a lot of people that I've grown up with have health issues. I've seen it in my own family, with my grandmom and stuff. And for me, it's about giving back. It's like I want to pay this forward, and I want to help raising that awareness. So I'm obsessed with that. And even your mission about learning to self-heal is something that I want to be a part of. I actually agree with everything that you guys do, right from the hydrogen experiences that you guys have. I tried that hydrogen bath, and I want to get that machine for sure at home.
That is
It's
the most amazing thing.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
But if everyone had access to that, and they do, they actually have access to it, why not educate them, right, about that? And if we have one center where all this is available and people can actually go and order and learn and have it available to themselves and to their parents and to their kids, I think it's I want to be one of the leaders of that mission to do that.
Yeah, it's really cool to be able to take people and even have a hydrogen bath and let them get in and try it. And say, because it's really hard to conceptualize how tools and technology or how reduction of chemicals and stuff like that can impact you until you actually experience them.
Yeah.
I mean, in my own personal journey, it took years and years. It took decades of me removing stuff slowly and slowly to realize what the impact was. And this way, people can go in and get an impact right away. They can understand what it does.
Exactly. We've done the work and the research,
Yeah.
and now they just have to implement it.
So we're also planning a couple of big events.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about, or tell our audience a little bit about the events, because you're curating this and you're really good at this.
Yeah.
So
I can do events. So in November, we're planning a massive event in Dubai, like a big public event. We're already in conversations with venues and stuff. We're expecting about 5,000 people. And then we're going to do an event in Mumbai, where it's going to be Peak Longevity Fest Mumbai, and then Human Garage. That event, Peak Longevity, will be about 1,000 attendees, but the Human Garage, I'm expecting about 10,000.
That's going to be amazing.
It's going to be insane.
And
it's going to be amazing.
We're going to be bringing in a lot of Indian celebrities. So many of them that I want to meet.
Yeah.
The Bollywood celebrities that I've seen.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, and it's such a big market. And again, people are like, yes, there is a lot of ancient wisdom there, but I think that these are just good reminders and good modalities for people to learn. I've had different resorts contact me for meetings with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. That's what I said. All roads lead back to you. They just keep calling you.
It's so insane. So it started with Ziggy Bay, right? Where when I was there, I sort of was talking to Alex, the wellness director, and I mentioned it, and then I messaged him when you were like, when you said that, you know what, I need a break, and I need to just get away, right, for a bit because it was so busy here. I was like, let me speak to Ziggy Bay, and I just sent out a message, and they were like, yeah, let's do this, and that was it. So I mean, to put it in perspective for people, we had, I think, about 50 appointments, roughly, in 14 days. And that included one-on-one engagements, that included ministers, that included royalty, that included small curated events of people, and just spreading the word. Yeah. And it's just gone like wildfire. Yeah, it's gone viral, like literally.
Literally, like community viral, not even social media viral.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop. Like, I still have messages that I have to respond to. I have schools reaching out to me now.
Well, that's what I'm super excited about. For me, it's the kids.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I entertain the adults so that they'll let me talk to the kids.
Yeah.
So what does it look like in going to schools here? What do you see as a vision?
I think we should get to every school, That's my vision, and we have some really good schools here. In Dubai, like has the best schools right now. They also have universities that are there. We could approach them all. And I know that everyone's going to be open to this because of like, you know, the current mental health issues that are going on. And if they can learn to make them just like when we, you know, that one practice that's 30 seconds and how it just sort of calms your nerves. If we could just teach something as simple as that to students, would be amazing. So that's my
really
vision.
Cool was I didn't really expect when we did the 6 to 9-year-olds at the first school.
Yeah.
They're doing it 2 to 3 times a day in the classroom.
In class, yeah.
And they do a 4-minute routine to warm up,
Yeah.
and to get out all their emotions and energy.
Yeah.
And I never expected the 6 to 9-year-olds to be able to sit through that or want to do that.
Yeah.
But they are.
But they did it with their parents, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
now they're making their parents do it.
Wow.
That's this is really the truth. This is why the animation series that we're doing, we're talking to some interesting people about helping with that. But we have the animation series coming out with 85 episodes talking about kids about their organs and how they affect their emotions, and how their fascia works with their organs, and how emotions are superpowers, and if you can regulate them, you become a superhero, and turning the kids into superheroes, helping their parents and grandparents.
It's amazing.
It is really amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's amazing.
So what else, in your mind, what is it that Dubai looks like in, let's say, 12 to 18 months with this going on? What in your vision, what do you have in there?
I think if we, like you said, I think kids are really important. And if we start with schools, and we're also going from the top, like in terms of royalty and government officials, and then there are so many important people that have seen you as well here in Dubai, and will be seeing you in the next, like you're not even aware like the number of people you're going to see. So you might need a break before you come back to Dubai. But I feel like people are going to learn so much that this is going to be part of their daily practice. It's going to be, for me, I feel like this will be a household conversation. Like, I feel like I'm sort of a bit nervous about this, so maybe do a little practice,
right?
Some fascial maneuvers,
do a maneuver,
right? Yeah. And that's what I see.
Yeah.
That it should be something that we sort of practice at home, and very normally.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm really excited about being here in Dubai, and I'm really excited about going to India, and when I met you on Zoom, I knew that I was coming here for you, but I didn't know why.
Right.
Because there's a synergy between us and the work that just it's hard to put words around it, and I just know in my heart that this was supposed to happen, because it's easy, and it's fun. I mean, there's a lot of work, but it's easy and it's fun.
It's fun.
We're not having to convince anybody.
Yeah.
People are trying to convince us.
Yeah, exactly.
So a couple of things that I see coming up. Number one is we're talking to Abu Dhabi about an experience center. I have a vision for 100,000 square feet. We bring nature indoors. For anybody who wants to Google this, then go to Shannon Falls, and that's where all of this was created, was in this nature area, where you're climbing up boulders. There's hydrogen water in the streams that you could drink out of the streams.
Yeah.
You go in for an experience, and the building itself creates the experience. And then we use that as a training center and a self-healing center. That's the vision for Abu Dhabi. The vision for Dubai is the experience, the villa. It's like, I for some reason I see 12 bedrooms. Okay. I see 12 bedrooms, each of them having a theme.
Yeah.
And of course, me, it'd be astrological.
Yeah.
We have the Aries room, we have the Scorpio room.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right, and in there, the technologies that relate most to those astrological signs.
Wow.
Why not?
Okay, so what's a Scorpio room? What does that look like?
Lots of research, Scorpio rooms, lots of creature comforts, chocolates inside. like access, maybe it's either cookbooks or art books or culture, but definitely a place where you can go late night and without hurting your eyes. You can go and you can research on the internet because Scorpios are always up at 2 a.m. looking, trying to find things.
Yeah, finding answers.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know the answer.
I want answers. Please give me the answers. So that's a Scorpio room. Does that sound new?
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, totally.
Yes. Imagine just actually, theming them out this way so people can go through. I want people to connect health and wellness to, a part of it which we don't see right now, which we've been taught that we're this biological, hormonal, glandular being. But the truth is that each one of us, even though we have the same basic computer, we respond very different to the way that the stimulus of the world. And there are definitely things that each astrological sign integrate into their life. And I can just imagine, like the Sagittarius room would be all about fun and adventure and travel. It's like things that push the edge. So,
Yeah.
and it's funny because Scorpio and Sagittarius, see, you're a Scorpio and I'm a Sagittarius. I didn't even ask for everybody. When's your birthday?
4th November.
4th of November. So you got Scorpio, which protects the Akashic records or the entry into this realm. And you got Sagittarius, which pushes through to the other side. So between the two of us, we've got both ends of the third dimension covered. And I believe that's why we're working together.
Yeah.
It just feels like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody that wants to find out, who wants the knowledge or wants to understand, comes through you. And then my job is to push them through to another belief system.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I do my research on every one of them.
Yes, you do.
Before I sort of
Scorpio.
even respond. Yeah.
Okay, I'm super excited to extend this partnership. I'm really excited about peak longevity and having the brands tied together in Dubai and in India, and then wherever else in the world we want to do this.
Yes.
Because I feel like I feel like the house is something that's reproducible, that should be in every market, and it should be something that people can have access to. It will be in every market, and it will be something that people go through as an education. Somebody walks you through and talks about, like, why do we use laundry magnets rather than soap?
Yeah.
Why is it better than organic soap? Why is it that we have incandescent lighting versus white lighting and blue lighting? I feel that's really important.
It's important for the people to see.
And we can do this all over the world.
Yep. Should we also talk about the supplements?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So big news. We have supplements coming to the UAE. Part of the deal that we've already talked to through you is through Aster,
Yep.
and which is a hospital group and a pharmacology group, and they have natural clinics. And so we're going to have supplements in the shelves of pharmacies and used through hospitals, but we're also going to have it distributed out to health and wellness centers and spas and stuff like that.
Like everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're getting all the approvals and stuff like that done right now.
It's getting sorted. And I just want to say that I've tried, so the supplements that I got from you to try, I absolutely love them. Like Flow, Foundation, and Power Curcumin are my favorites.
Yes.
Oh, and Release, actually all of them. Yeah. And I've actually given one of the foundation bottles to my elder son for him to kind of, sort of try as well, because he's so used to having all these like the good supplements for him, so he actually even sees the difference, like he can feel it, he's sensitive to it, and he loves it. He was like, he actually said, "Ma, I think I want to keep doing this," and I was like, "Okay." So.
Well, he's in the States right now, right?
Yeah, so that we can order that.
We'll just ship it out to him right now.
Yeah. So no, he's back now next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will actually see him now.
Okay.
But I feel like we need this here.
Yeah.
And this needs to be everywhere.
And so people watching this who may be from the UAE or India, we've been wanting to get our supplements into this market in India for a long time because we have a massive following in India. The supplements that we have, what we know is the world's strongest anti-inflammatory, PowerCook 30, and it targets fascial tissue. So it's the first brand of supplements in the world that specifically target all the attributes of fascia.
Yep.
So it reduces inflammation, it mineralizes the body, regulates sugar. Those are all the supplements, and then increases performance. Those are all the supplements we have. And what I found is as I use these ones, I don't have to use a lot of the other supplements I used to use because the body will just naturally get it from the environment.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. It works. Absolutely love it.
I'm so excited. This is
Me too.
this is the start of something really awesome. I want to thank you, and everybody's going to get to know you and see you. I know you're not always the one in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Never the one in front of the camera. But as people come through this adventure, I mean, we're going to be spending a lot of time together, so
Yeah.
I want everybody to get to know you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rohini.